All right, man. Let's talk about the best of the rest. Free agents left for the Detroit Lions in 2022. Free agency. Let's get to it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And that subscribe button is the bell icon button. Okay. A lot of people say, well, the Lions did a live yesterday. Lions ain't did enough for free agency. They ain't did this. They ain't did that. And my thing was I mean, what y'all want them to do? How close do y'all really think they are? They're not close. They're not close, especially when you don't have a quarterback. So what did y'all want them to go out there and blow a whole bunch of money on what? Blow a whole bunch of money on guys that you overpay and they get here and they don't give an effort. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense to go out there. I know a lot of people gonna be pushing the narrative that they close and they got the quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. They are not close. All right, they're not close until they find a quarterback. Now this roster, like we have a roster similar to this with Matthew Stafford, so we all should know they're not close. Another really good draft. You want to draft young guys. That's who you want to have your depth in there. Is your young guys. And it's cheaper to draft superstars than to pay them, right? So everybody's saying, "Oh, they ain't done enough for free agency." What else you want them to do? A lot of guys that was available were old. Marinate on that for a minute. A lot of guys available, like Chandler Jones, 32, Von Miller. Oh, who did y'all want? We didn't need one of the expensive receivers. And if we was gonna take one of the expensive receivers, it should have been Mike Williams, but he got a deal done with the Chargers. So what else you want? Inside linebacker, okay. I would like to have Miles Jack. They didn't get him. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're probably in the market for one of them dudes from Utah, the kid from Wisconsin, or something like this. I'm pretty sure. So, it is what it is. And it's just not one of those years where you got to blow money. You got to think about it. They're going to probably exercise a fifth-year option on Hawkinson. In a couple years, they got to pay him. Maybe they get an extension done. They got to pay DeAndre Swift in a couple years. They choose to keep him. It's just like, what do y'all really want? They got to find a quarterback. So it's going to take some resources and money to get a quarterback. Because we know they're not smart enough to take Malik Willis top 2, top 5. Or find a way to get them. We know that's not true. No, that's not going to happen. So, what do y'all want them to do as far as the money-wise? I like to hear know in the comment section, what did y'all want? I think another couple offseason like they had, a couple drafts like they had last year. It's a lot to ask to go out there and have the undrafted free agents that you have. But if you can continue to overall have the type of draft they had last year, solid guys, some guys didn't contribute, some guys did. But a lot of undrafted guys, if you get that type of success rate and those guys grow from this offseason, the next offseason, and stuff of that nature, I'm fine with it. This team depth is the number one issue with this team. And that comes from 20 bad years of drafting. Then after that, the biggest concern is quarterback. Well, quarterback is the biggest concern, because you don't have a quarterback in this league, they're not going to win. Then second biggest, that can be tied with team depth. And then, third overall, just finding superstars to top off the talent with. So we know we're not there yet. No matter how much people want to sell it to you, we're not there yet. So, you got Julio Jones, Bobby Wagner. I think Zadarius Smith signed with, I thought he went back to Baltimore. So I could be wrong. I think he went back to Baltimore. I know he's from the Gump. I used to live in the Gump. Shout out to the Gump. So no, I guess he didn't sign back with Baltimore. I thought he signed back with Baltimore. So you got Darius Smith. He had some injuries last year. Got rid of his ass quick. Nate Soldinger, Jarvis Landry, Tyrann Mathieu, Landon Collins, Tyron Armstead, Stephon Gilmore, Calais Campbell. Jason Pierre-Paul, Keem Hicks, Dwayne Brown, Joe Hayden. You got a few guys here. Will Fuller. They say he got interest in the Browns. Eddie Goldman used to play for the Bears, interior tackle. Brian Bulaga. He used to play for the he was Chargers, played for the Green Bay back in the day. Eric Flower, I mean, Kyle Fuller, 30 years old, Anthony Hitchens. I mean, we can go through by position by position. Um, Look at the quarterbacks real quick. Like, who do you guys really want? Fitzpatrick, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, probably going back. There's really no quarterbacks at this point that you're gonna take because you already, you really, if you take something, it's gonna be a rookie. I mean, running back really don't need running back. Got Melvin Gordon in there. Leonard Fournette ain't signed back. Philip Lindsay, we don't need backs. Receivers, we don't need receivers. We need to draft a receiver, I believe. I'll go younger. So I mean, Will Fuller would be nice, but the injury prone. I pay a lot of money to a receiver when I could just draft one in a rich, heavy draft. So receiver shouldn't even be nothing now. You talk about, you probably need a guard, right? To replace High Tide. I mean, you look, I mean, you got Will Fernandez from Carolina. You got some options here, but I think that they probably gonna turn around Billy Price. Um, they probably turn around and find and draft somebody or stay in house. Don't forget, you got Stenberger they drafted a couple years ago. He was injured last season, so I think they draft somebody to compete at that right guard position. Look at the inside line. You look at you look at uh, let's look at the edge real quick. I mean, you look in there, it's Darius Smith. He has some injuries. Nobody picking him up. So why Calais Campbell, Jason Pierre-Paul? I mean, older guys. I mean, most of these guys you're looking to rush off the edge is older. You know what I'm saying? Jadeveon Clowney. Take a flyer on him. I doubt it. I think you could walk away with the draft with a nice pass rusher. Solomon Thomas used to, this ain't work out of Stanford. So I mean, you got some options in the draft there. I think that'd be a place that they address. You go in, you look at these defensive tackles, and you say, well, and Dominican Sue, a lot of people like to see him come back to Detroit, but I just think he on the he's on the road to don't want to be take less money and win on championship teams. To be nice, Brandon Williams from Baltimore played in the 3-4 scheme. He nice, but I just think you can go a lot younger here. Malik Jackson. I think you just got to go continue to go younger. You're young with Elaine McNeil, Levi Zorky. You're young there with them, John Panisi, but got a veteran in the kid Brockers. But I just don't really from here. I really just don't see anybody that really moves the needle. It could be some dudes that help, like if I don't know, I thought it was Al Woods. Be some dudes there that can help, but like I said before, I think they need more of a twitchy guy in there. Maybe Eddie Goldman is the guy. He's not that old. Maybe you look at a guy like Eddie Goldman and say, hey, he ain't that old. Maybe we can look at a guy like that. Uh, so last year we played 14 games. Uh, 14 solo tackles, 7. So he really didn't do much last year. So I don't know. Them big fellas playing in the trenches, they get old quick. I mean, keep going. We don't really worry about outside linebacker. Let's look at the inside linebackers. Them not taking Miles Jack. I don't think they take Bobby Wagner. Like I said before, a lot of these dudes older. What Jared Davis, Calvin Noy already been here, done that. Kevin Minner older, I think. Kewan Alexander, he pretty young, but it's part of a really good defense in New Orleans. 27 years old, be 28 not too long ago. So see if we can see his stats. So I mean, last year he had 50 tackles, 39, one forced fumble, one pick. So could be somebody you look at. Come a veteran, but I think they want to go younger at the inside linebacker. But it could be somebody you look at, Alex Ogletree in there. So you know, I mean, I don't think you're looking at big splash signs. You look at cornerback, you pretty much set there where they got a lot of young talent. So you look who available. Gilmore has some talk rumors for the Raiders. I mean, none but older guys here. If somebody go down, then we could plug them in, but it's nothing that. And I think we pretty set at cornerback. Unless we draft somebody, then you turn around, look at the safeties. We need some help next to Tracy Walker. Tyron Matthew would be a smash signing. Landon Collins and Walker, I'm not sure how they go together. Jabril Peppers tore his leg up. So, I mean, Keanu Neal out there, he's more of a box guy. I think Jesse Bates, he already signed. He got a franchise tag. That's what I heard. Um, so yeah, if anybody looking at, you're probably looking at a Kewan Alexander. You're probably looking at, um, possibly probably looking at somebody go down. You probably look at one of these safeties every day. Either Matthew or Landry Collins, Terrell Edmonds. Every day they stock dropping. You know, they older, but I think the Lions want to continue to go with the trend of youth. So that's why I think they want to continue to go with the trend of youth. And like I said, it's a lot of older guys out here who price drop every day where I ain't got to throw a lot of money. I think bringing the young guys back was the key. But, off this list, somebody talking about Jarvis Landry, he's slot receiver. We got too many of those already. So, I mean, looking at this list, it'd be nice to have some of these dudes like Will Fuller, something like that. But I just think they're going to really attack the draft and don't sleep on them adding additional picks. I think they got like 10 picks plus the compensatory picks. So, don't sleep on them adding picks. This is going to be about the draft and about hitting undrafted free agents and finding the fit for the culture. And I think DJ Shark filled the need, but the receiver's still a need. Talking about the biggest needs on this team is quarterback. Biggest need on this team is quarterback. You shouldn't spare no expense looking for a quarterback. Then you say, well, what's the next biggest need on this team? People will say pass rusher. I think inside they need to find an inside linebacker. I think that might be one of the next biggest needs so far. Then off the edge, you know what I'm saying? I mean, edge and inside go hand in hand, but I think edge would be more a priority for them. And then, find safety and, then it's just about building depth and putting talent. They can use some more help on the defensive line, on the interior. So it's going to be interesting, man. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Any of these guys you'd like to see or other guys you'd like to see the Lions add or what you think about free agency so far, which I don't think they need to be active. And I'll explain myself there. I want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, all my social media links there. I'll make a financial donation. I want to make a good, the best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Murder C Sports Talk. Peace.